Yellowstone fans, get ready to have your minds blown. Casey Dutton is back, but this time, he's stepping into a whole new realm of danger, drama, and justice like we've never seen before. The Yellowstone universe is expanding, and this spin-off is taking us beyond the ranch and straight into the line of fire. What does this bold move mean for the Dutton family legacy? Who else might join Casey in this thrilling new chapter? And how could this rewrite everything we thought we knew? Stick around because we're unpacking it all right now. Who is Kayce Dutton in Y Marshals? Casey Dutton is back, and this time he's stepping into the lawless, adrenaline-pumping world of Y Marshals. Known as the morally complex yet fiercely loyal son of John Dutton, Casey's character has always stood out for his inner battle between his love for family and his quest to find his identity. Now, with his ties to the Yellowstone Ranch and the Dutton legacy still deeply rooted, Y Marshals gives Casey a whole new landscape to flex his strengths and confront his inner demons. This series offers the perfect opportunity to show just how multidimensional Casey really is. For those not familiar, Casey is a mix of calculated strength and raw vulnerability, with military precision and a deep moral compass guiding his every move. Played expertly by Luke Grimes, this former Navy SEAL isn't just your typical action hero. He carries with him the weight of his choices, whether it's from his time in combat, the tragedies that have shaped his family, or the complex love he holds for both his wife Monica and the Dutton Ranch. Fans have watched his struggle to reconcile these parts of himself over the seasons, and Y Marshals opens up an entirely fresh playing field for Casey to grow even further. The premise of Casey stepping into federal marshal territory presents so many possibilities for the character's evolution. Imagine him chasing down outlaws, defending frontier justice, or being torn between his duties as a marshal and his responsibilities to the Dutton legacy. This role could amplify both his tactical brilliance and his empathetic core. Unlike his previous entanglements, Y Marshals might thrust him into scenarios where he has to question his instincts, make difficult choices, and face a whole new level of chaos beyond Yellowstone's borders. What makes Casey's appearance in Y Marshals all the more exciting is the chance to explore new sides of him we haven't seen before. Could this be the ultimate test of the balance between the soldier and son in him? Or might it push him to redefine where his true loyalties lie? Whether he's the fearless protector, the reluctant enforcer, or something entirely unexpected, one thing's for sure. Casey's return has instantly made Y Marshals a can't-miss addition to the Yellowstone universe. Fans will undoubtedly love watching him tackle new challenges, all while staying true to the complex, heart-driven character we've come to root for. Everything we know about Y Marshals so far. The buzz around Y Marshals is building fast, and we're here to break down everything we know so far about this highly anticipated Yellowstone spinoff. First things first, the premise is shaping up to be every bit as intense and complex as we've come to expect from Taylor Sheridan's storytelling. Y Marshals takes us into the gritty world of federal marshals, putting frontier justice at the forefront. At the center of it all is Casey Dutton, stepping into a new role that takes him far beyond the Yellowstone Ranch. This setup promises to blend high-stakes action with the emotional depth and moral ambiguity that defines the Yellowstone universe. The setting for Y Marshals is likely to cover a range of rugged landscapes, with the backdrop moving beyond Montana's familiar terrain. Picture dusty towns, desolate roads, and vast open frontiers where Casey and his fellow marshals will enforce the law in the face of danger and corruption. Taylor Sheridan is known for his love of authentic and visually stunning settings, so we can expect Y Marshals to offer a cinematic experience that draws viewers deeper into the Yellowstone world. Whether it's chasing outlaws or uncovering larger conspiracies, the stage is set for a gripping ride. As for the cast, we already know that Luke Grimes will reprise his role as Casey, which is a huge win for fans. While additional cast members remain under wraps for now, it's a safe bet that Sheridan will populate the series with compelling characters who enhance the story. Will we see newcomers who test Casey's limits, or familiar faces who connect the show back to Yellowstone's main timeline? Either way, the ensemble is bound to pack the same punch as the beloved casts of 1923 and 1883, bringing new layers to the drama. Storyline details are still under wraps, but one thing is clear: why Marshals is set to expand the Yellowstone universe in thrilling new ways. The moral dilemmas of law enforcement, the shadows of Casey's past, and the unbreakable ties to the Dutton legacy are bound to collide in unexpected ways. Fans are already speculating how this series might weave into the broader saga, with the potential to explore uncharted territory while offering nods to the Dutton history we've followed for years. One thing's for sure: Why Marshals isn't just another spin-off, it's shaping up to be a game-changing chapter in the Yellowstone saga. Will other Dutton family members appear in Why Marshals? One of the most exciting aspects of Why Marshals is the potential for other Dutton family members to make appearances alongside Casey. Yellowstone fans know and love the deep, often complicated ties that hold the Dutton family together, and bringing more of them into this spin-off could enrich the storyline even further. Characters like Monica, Tate, or even a younger John Dutton could find their way into the narrative, offering insight into how the family dynamics evolve in tandem with Casey's new role as a federal marshal. Their presence would also tie the series more closely to the core Yellowstone timeline, giving viewers a deeper look into the Dutton legacy. Imagine the emotional weight of Monica being part of this new chapter, helping Casey wrestle with the moral dilemmas he's bound to face. Her steady presence has always been a grounding force for him, and she could play a crucial role in showing how his family continues to influence his choices, even as he steps outside the Yellowstone Ranch. Meanwhile, Tate's involvement could offer an intriguing glimpse into the next generation of Duttons. Could we see him learning life lessons from his father's career, or perhaps grappling with what it means to carry the family name while choosing his own path? The possibilities are endless. Let's not forget about the iconic John Dutton. While Kevin Costner's timeline version might not appear, a younger version of John, perhaps grappling with his own challenges, could lend fascinating parallels to Casey's story. Maybe Why Marshals will use flashbacks or references to highlight how the Dutton way of handling problems transcends generations. The inclusion of another central Dutton figure could add layers of depth, reminding fans of the complicated legacy that binds this family together while giving new dimensions to Casey's personal and professional struggles. If there's one thing Taylor Sheridan excels at, it's the ability to weave intricate, character-driven narratives that keep fans on the edge of their seats. Including more Dutton family members in Why Marshals wouldn't just be a nod to the larger Yellowstone universe, it would heighten the stakes. Whether as allies, mentors, or even sources of conflict for Casey, these characters could enrich the story with gripping, emotional twists. Fans are already speculating who might pop up, and the opportunity to see even more layers of the Dutton family tree will undoubtedly make Why Marshals a must-watch. How Why Marshals could change the Yellowstone timeline. This new chapter in the Yellowstone saga has the potential to completely redefine how the timeline fits together, offering exciting revelations that could ripple through the story we already know. The decisions Casey makes in his new role could have long-lasting effects on the family's legacy, revealing new layers to the Duttons' history. Could his actions trigger alliances, betrayals, or even pivotal moments that shape the conflicts we see decades later? This fresh addition to the narrative allows us to explore the roots of the power struggles and survival instincts that define the Dutton family today. Beyond Casey's personal arc, this series could open up fascinating insights into the historical shifts that shape the Yellowstone Ranch and its survival. The broader social and economic context of this time might introduce unexpected hurdles, showing how the Duttons had to adapt and evolve to protect their land and legacy. These struggles could serve as a critical link, explaining how their resilience and, at times, ruthlessness was forged in response to external pressures. The storylines could provide missing pieces that help us fully understand the weight of the family's present-day battles. Another exciting possibility is how this chapter might weave existing and new characters into the overall narrative. Flashbacks or references to earlier generations could tie the family's foundational decisions directly to Casey's challenges. Simultaneously, his encounters with new adversaries or allies might introduce figures whose influence carries forward into the Yellowstone timeline, laying the groundwork for more intricate rivalries and sagas. This blending of past, present, and future ensures the story remains interconnected and layered. At its core, this edition isn't just about filling gaps in the timeline, it's about reshaping how we view the entire Yellowstone universe. It offers an opportunity to deepen the legacy of the Dutton family while broadening the emotional and historical canvas that underpins the saga. The intricate ties between new revelations and old conflicts promise to create a richer, more cohesive storyline, keeping fans invested across every chapter of this epic tale. What Marshals means for the future of Yellowstone spinoffs. This latest expansion of the Yellowstone universe is poised to shake things up for the future of spinoffs, offering a fresh perspective on how the franchise can evolve. By stepping away from the confines of the Dutton Ranch and venturing into a world driven by high-stakes justice, this entry proves that spinning compelling stories doesn't rely solely on sticking to cattle disputes or land wars. If this chapter succeeds in capturing the hearts of fans, it could set a precedent for exploring diverse narratives that broaden the scope of the Yellowstone saga beyond what we thought was possible. What's exciting is the potential shift in focus to individual character development. By building a spin-off that centers on Casey Dutton and his personal trials, it opens the door for other characters to take center stage in future stories. Imagine what could be done with a prequel digging into Rip Wheeler's mysterious past, or a series that spotlights a younger Beth Dutton making her mark on the Dutton Empire. This format shows viewers that the Yellowstone universe isn't just about one family's ranch, but an interconnected web of personal and generational struggles where any character could rise as the lead. More than that, this new chapter can redefine fans' expectations for what makes a Yellowstone spinoff successful. Viewers have come to associate the franchise with sprawling ranch landscapes and family feuds, but by branching out into different genres like law enforcement and frontier grit, it signals a bold approach to storytelling. This evolution pushes the boundaries, opening up thrilling opportunities for crossovers, unexpected twists, and fresh narratives that still retain the emotional depth and tension we've come to expect. Ultimately, this installment could establish Taylor Sheridan as a creative force willing to take risks and redefine the limits of his own world building. By weaving new threads that tie into the overarching Yellowstone tapestry, it highlights how the franchise can balance innovation with loyalty to its roots. Whether it leads to genre-bending storylines or entirely new sets of characters stepping into the spotlight, this chapter paves the way for a Yellowstone legacy that feels timeless yet constantly evolving. Fans can only wait and watch as the possibilities unfold. And that's a wrap on everything we know so far about this game-changing addition to the Yellowstone saga. But now it's your turn to join the conversation. What are your wildest theories about Casey's return? Which other Duttons do you think might show up? And how do you think this spin-off could reshape the entire Yellowstone timeline? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell because this story is just getting started. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.